Good evening and welcome back to another episode of The Longing, where we are going to be making our way once again through the halls of eternity as we return home. I have absolutely no idea how far we are from the exit. We could be this entire episode, we could be half this episode, or we could be a minute or two. I honestly have not a single clue how far away we are from this exit until we can start making our way home again. So we're just going to walk, see where we end up by the end of this episode. Regardless of that, I had a topic yesterday and now I don't. What was the topic yesterday? Nosebleeds, that was it. The topic today is I don't have one. I honestly don't have one. Other than, no, genuinely, I don't have a topic of conversation today. What can we think of? Excuse that, I just breathed in to start speaking and then inhaled, I don't know, I guess some spittle from the back of the throat. But either way, today I didn't have a lunch break, looked right through it, and then had a meeting at, well, after when my lunch would have normally finished, and then had things to do when I finished that meeting, so I basically did full 9 hours today with no break. So I will at some point be taking that extra hour from today and taking it on a different day, which I think is fair enough. I think that's fair enough indeed. I do need to decide actually what we're going to do for next Monday, because I do need to record and edit and release next Monday a new episode of something, because we finished our Wildermyth series yesterday, our current one. I'm still undecided as to whether I'm going to do the next Wildermyth series straight away, or if we're going to do like Ravenhurst for 7 Days to Die, or a different game entirely. Honestly, haven't figured that part out yet. If we do Ravenhurst, what I'll probably end up doing is doing a series where I try to survive as long as I can without dying, seeing how far I can get on some of the harder difficulties, because who doesn't like a good challenge? I know I do. I know I like a good challenge. But if we do that, I think what I'm undecided as to whether I'm going to do it as like a cut down series. So rather than being it like a full hour long, cut it down into the important bits of no more of between, I guess, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I suppose we could cut it down into about 10 to 20 minutes, depending, with a small story or description, a small script between, rather than the full thing where it's a lot of traipsing back and forth and such. All the quiet bits where I'm not doing anything, all that sort of thing, where we cut it down to just the survival and learning and that sort of thing. Progressing indeed, because it is very difficult, is the Ravenhurst mod. The other option is to actually start the next series for Wildermyth and just keep rolling on that, seeing if we can build up a viewing for that. Although I'm really not sure what I'd do with that. I think I would just work my way down from the top of the list of adventures. Maybe even trying to work out how some of the stats work and stuff as we go, because that is definitely something I didn't understand very well in the first instance. Yeah, I don't know what else we'd do. We could do Pyanodons, but I think that would take far too long to do, because I'd need to do proper edited down episodes for that, because otherwise it would take far too long if I tried to release full like hour-long episodes for each thing, since it took me forever to get as far as I did last time, and that was like 800 hours, something like that, and I barely made it anywhere. So I would need to edit that down into a usable sort of storyline type thing, I guess. Otherwise it would just be far too long and convoluted, for YouTube at least. If I was doing it on Twitch it'd be fine, but for YouTube it is far too long and convoluted to do it like an hour at a time. It takes so many episodes. So it's between Wildermyth and Ravenhurst, I think. I think those are the options that we've got. Wildermyth and Ravenhurst. I'm slightly drawn to Ravenhurst a little bit more. The 7 Days to Die mod. If you've got an opinion, or if you want me to do a different game, let me know in the comments. I'll probably end up recording in the next couple of days, or at the very latest the weekend, so you've got a little bit of time to let me know what your thoughts might be. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's something I need to work out in the next couple of days anyway. So I will do that at some point. We still haven't made it to the end, it seems. The end of the Halls of Eternity. So, well, the beginning, I suppose. So I am going to say thank you very much for joining me today. I am going to leave it there. I'm also going to say thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night. No matter what time of day it is, I hope you have a wonderful one of it. And as always, we will be back tomorrow for more of The Longing. Goodbye.